I don't care how clean your land documents look. That does not mean that the land you're about to buy is safe. If you're buying land in Cameroon or you're in the diaspora and you want to buy land back at home, now listen carefully, because this is the same process that serious investors they have to go through before they pay a franc for any land presently here in Cameroon. I'm going to give you 5 steps that before you purchase a land, you must make sure that you go through these steps. The first step is the documents. All right, you have to collect all the documents that pertain to that land. Whether it's a land certificate, site plan, deed of conveyance, transfer of ownership, and all those things, documents, you have to collect them. Now, if the seller starts to tell stories like bringing up explanations, that is the right signal for you to simply walk away. When you get these documents, how do you verify them? How do you know if these land documents are genuine? Now that brings us to step 2, which is you have to verify them at 𝗵𝗃𝗃, which is the Ministry of State Property, Survey and Land Tenure. This is where you get the truth about your land documents, not on WhatsApp status or from neighbors and so on. This leads us to step 3, which is confirming the ownership of this particular land, to know whether the person that is selling you the land is actually the owner of the land or not. Now remember, step 2 is you have to verify the documents at 𝗵𝗃𝗃, which is the Ministry of State Property and State Property, Survey and Land Tenure. Now step 3, you have to now confirm the ownership of this property, which is the seller the true owner of that property. What you have to do here is to request a certificate of encumbrance, which will tell you who truly owns that particular land and whether there is any problem attached to that particular property in question. This brings us to step 4, which is the survey check. Now for the survey check, you have to bring in a licensed surveyor to come and verify the coordinates or the dimensions of that particular land, if what is on the paper is actually what is on ground, because documents can lie but coordinates cannot lie. The number 5 step is the subdivision check. You have to go to the SDO's office for delegation service for lands, and you have to verify to see if that particular property is not having any government project or it is not reserved for any government projects. Now this is important because when demolition time comes, when you see bulldozers entering in your property, there will be no explanation at that point again. This is simply how smart investors they investigate their properties before they buy. But now you will say that this process is quite much for you as a person. Now this is why most of our clients, when they want to buy, they either bring their lawyer, or if you don't have a lawyer, what you have to do is you reach out to a trusted real estate company, all right, whom they will have to do that due diligence for you. All right, they have to investigate that property for you before you pay a franc. Take note of that. This is very important, because if you neglect these steps, what is going to happen is you're going to buy a land which has been sold to somebody else. Because sometimes the worst thing here is that the document will look very genuine, but at the end of the day, you will notice that two people own the same piece of land, 3 people own the same piece of land. Now you need if you have your lawyer who is going to do this due diligence for you, it is very important. If you don't have, you don't have to go through that stress. We have a team which is dedicated to doing due diligence to make sure that any property that we are selling out is legit and well verified and secured. Now, send us a message if you are looking to purchase any property here in 𝗵𝗃𝗃. We have a lot of properties, hectares. We are giving out some on promotional prices, some on sponsorship. Now, if you want to lock down any property anywhere in 𝗵𝗃𝗃, reach out to me now on WhatsApp on the number on your screen, and then I will send you the various lands that are available based on your budget or based on what you intend to use the land for, whether it's land banking or if you want to buy and start building immediately. Any of them, just reach out to me on WhatsApp. Let's have a discussion, and then I'll get to understand I'll get to understand your needs, and then we'll move from there.